Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. We're over here in Corinne, Utah. We've had a pretty good week so far. We got about 1,780 miles, and then we're gonna, for the rest of the weekend, we're gonna help out and work on the Corinne, Utah Walmart dedicated. For you that don't know, or for those of you wanting to come to Swift and you live in the Utah area, or those of you who live in the Utah area and thinking about coming to Swift, this account right here, this Corinne, Utah Walmart dedicated, is an amazing account. People inside, the driver leads, everything are amazing. The drivers on the account are amazing. The Walmarts you go to are just phenomenal. Matter of fact, if I lived here versus California, I would definitely ask to be put onto this account. You get decent miles. You can go home. You're home 2-3 nights a week and you're still getting good mileage. So this one right here is going to be Corinne, Utah. We're going to go down to Spanish Forks, Utah. We're going to make a delivery at that Walmart. Then we're going to run on down to Cedar City, Utah, deliver at that Walmart. And then we'll come back all the way back up here empty. And then hopefully get another one tomorrow. If not tomorrow, we'll get one on Sunday. But this load right here will put us at 2,400 miles for the week. So whatever else we get and get done before Sunday will put us closer to 3,000 or right at 3,000 miles for this week. I know I put out a video saying I told Swift if they're going to keep doing this to me, I need to quit. And I still stand by that in that point in time. I will say it's been a few weeks since that incident happened. And I've come to a better understanding of Swift. I believe Swift has come to a better understanding of me. And we're doing better miles. We're doing a lot better trailer or equipment utilization. So I am still very happy working at Swift. I'm very happy that I chose to come to Swift over some of the other companies that I was looking at, being a 20-year veteran out here on the road. I just applied to be a mentor here at Swift, and I'm going to make a video here shortly about that process, what it entails. We did hit our full bonus last month, so we ended up with 9,500 miles for the month, which 9,500 to 10,000 is about what you want to average for a month. So I'm happy with that. And I wanted to get you some shots of the Walmart DC here. What you normally do is over here on the left, you see the trailers on the left. That's where you'll drop your empties when you come in with your company empty. And then when we get past these trailers that you see now, you see some of our trucks parked. You look off over to the right, and there'll be an office. That'll be the office that we go to, and we get our paperwork and our trailer number and such. And then we go from there. You go around and you find your Walmart trailer, which is what I'm hauling now, is a Walmart trailer, which is nice because they have a roll-up door, so there's no having to worry about opening up our doors or anything like that. When we get to the dock, it's just back in and they open it up and close it for you there at the store. So all in all, we're doing really good. We got some of these guys coming in here a little faster than they should, I think. Look at that. But you know, it is what it is. Some people drive their trailers one way, others drive their trucks another. We're going to go ahead and hit the scale on the way out on the way to the guard check. They do have a scale for us to use because we're supposed to be 37,000. So we'll see, just to make sure the axles are correct. We got the trailers slid all the way up into the 40-foot mark, even though it's not going into California. I know they go as far as Las Vegas from here, over into Cheyenne, Wyoming. I don't know if they do California from this DC up here or not. I know we do Idaho. I've been as far as Napa and Boise, Idaho, when I've helped them out. And usually what happens is, when I get up here to Utah, if they need extra trucks, they got extra freight, they'll ask me and I tell them go ahead and put me on it. Like I said, the first time I did it, I wasn't real happy because I would go make a delivery, come back and sit. I think a lot of that has to do with them getting to know me, know who I am, how I like to run. Another part of that is it probably has to do with a little bit of how much freight they have at the time as well. So we're going to see what happens when we weigh out here right after this truck that's in front of us weighs out. The other advantage is we get to come through the dedicated lane versus the OTR lane. So when you get to Walmart, you know, you have the inside lanes for dedicated and Walmart trucks, the outside lanes for the OTR. So we get to go through that dedicated lane and not have to worry, not have to stand in line, which is really nice. The other thing is when we get to the stores, we have it's an application. It's called In Transit on our Zonars. So not only do you guys send your loaded call and your arrival call on your Zonar to that Swift node, but you have to log into the In Transit and put your load number so that can manually track you and track your progress. So as it does that, as you pull up to a store and you get to the parking lot, it notifies the receiver that you're there. Once it notifies the receiver that you're there and you go and you back into the door, you usually don't have to wait more than a couple minutes before they're there to the side door to let you in. They unload you, they sign your paperwork, shut your doors, seal your trailer up for you, and then they take off and you're gone. So it's really quick and easy. It's not real difficult at all. And like I said, so far all the places I've been to Cedar City before. I've been to St. George, Napa, Boise, and everyone I dealt with was really great at each one of those facilities. We're gonna, like I said, our first stop on this was to be Spanish Fork, so it'll be our first time there. Oh, Garden City, I know I've also been to. So that one, the people there were great, but getting there was a pain because the GPS takes you one way and they have a concrete divider, so you can't turn into the parking lot. You have to go all the way around the block, unless you know. Now I know about it, so I wouldn't have that issue if I get that load again. Let's see, we are, well, 10-8, so you know we're good there. Let's see how we do on our drives. 29, so we're good there. It looks like they got the concrete tore up over, so we're going to move over just a little bit because it looks like we're going to have to kind of halfway angle to get on here. Oh, something tells me we're going to be just fine in our weights. This really helps too. I appreciate this. Ooh. That's not good. We're at 35,960 on our trailer. We're gonna see if we can't back up, or how are we supposed to do this? Whether we're supposed to do a U-turn and rescale, or we're gonna ask them when we pull up here and see what they say. We obviously have to, ain't got a choice, we have to slide our tandems. So let's see what they have to tell us when we get up here. Oh shoot, how come? So let me pull up here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna do a U-turn, we're gonna spin around now. Our policy here with Swift is no U-turns unless you're at a customer in a big parking lot. Otherwise you need to just go around the block. But since we're at a customer and in a big parking lot, we're gonna go ahead and do a U-turn here. Go back in, slide our tandems, and then reweigh. And then they're going to go ahead and double check our seal and our paperwork and everything once we reweigh. We want to make sure it's right. The downfall to having this Walmart trailer is the fact it has the old pull pin for to slide to the trailer instead of air assist, which makes it a little more difficult, but it is what it is. We're going to get it done. We're going to go around over where the drop trailers are so we're out of the way of everybody. we'll go ahead and pull around over here. Unlike this driver right here, I don't like being in the way. Plus, I don't like having to do a U-turn right there where you have a lot of truck traffic. You're asking for trouble. I mean, how much longer really is it going to take me to drive over here to be out of the way? I mean, there's going to be some truck traffic, don't get me wrong, because trailers are being dropped and stuff like that, and trailers are being picked up, but I'm more out of the way over here. I have a lot more room to work with. So I personally prefer to get out of the way. So what if it eats up a few more minutes of my time? I mean, we have from 1 p.m. to midnight for each one of these stops to make these deliveries. It's not gonna be that bad. So we were 35,900 pounds, I believe is what it was. So let's go look at let's go ahead and go take a look at where we're at, figure out where we need to be, and then see about getting, hopefully we can pull the pin too. That's the other thing, with all this slow extra driving, get a little bit of air in our system, but let's go see what we can do. This is our trailer. And as you can see, we're way up. Ooh, we may have to go get a tire. No, that's water. I thought there was belt showing. So see, so we're gonna be right here at our 40. We gotta drop back 2,000 pounds. So let's see what hole we're in. This is how we're gonna do this. So we're in 1, 2, 3. We're in the 4th hole. Each hole's gonna range anywhere from 300 to 500 pounds. So what we're gonna do is we're 1, 2, 3. We're in the 4th hole. So we're gonna want to go back 1, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We want to go back to the 8th hole. This is what I was talking about, not air assist, so it's spring. So we gotta go ahead, hit that up, pull that out, make sure it's locked in. Now, as you see, our pins didn't pop. So that means they're stuck on the back side of the rail. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to back it up, let the pins pop and pull through. Then we'll be able to pull forward. And we're gonna go ahead and try and go forward. We gotta go forward 4 holes at least. That should be about 2,000 pounds. We may go 5 holes just to give us a little wiggle room, because we still need to get fuel. So let's see how this works out. We'll go ahead and pop that in there so we're not holding it while we're driving. So remember, our pins were against the back end of the rail, so we got to back it up. Okay, I just heard the pins pop, so now we got to slide it forward. Ooh, there we go, there we go. All right, and we're gonna go now. What we do, because I wasn't smart enough to mark the ground, and I'll show you what I mean by that here in a second. We're gonna have to walk back here and double check where we're sitting at. I forgot my belt at home, so the pants keep sliding down just a little bit. It looks like we went back a little bit too far. Let's see where we're at. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we went way back too far, way too far. So 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's where we need to be. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna mark it. Normally I'll bring out I'll have a stick with me or a flashlight or something, and or my glove, and I'll drop my glove right where I want the tire to be. That puts me close to the area that I'm gonna be in, but I didn't have one. So what we're gonna do is, if you look in our mirrors, right there you'll see the cross. We're gonna try and get just before that cross, that first line of that cross, and that should get us pretty close. So let's go. All right, that should be pretty close. Now let's double check. Now this is the downfall too. one of the pitfalls to driving a truck is you have to adjust your axles, but you know, it kind of is what it is. It's part of the job. So where are we at now? So I think we went too far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That puts us in the 8th hole exactly. So we're gonna, you know what? We're gonna go ahead and take the. We're gonna go ahead and take that. That puts us in the 8th hole. We were thinking 8th or 9th. So we'll take the 8th hole and we'll go ahead and we'll go reweigh, and we'll see what it says. I'm gonna leave the camera on so you guys can see the difference in the first time we scaled to the second time we're scaling. We're going to turn this around. Now you got to remember, we hit that bar, and if you didn't notice, I should have did a little bit better job showing you guys the pins that pop all the way out because they weren't completely lined up. So what you're going to do, you want to go forward like we do. You're going to go ahead and just go forward real slowly. And once it locks in, like that, then we can go ahead and take off. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and do our little U-turn here in a company parking lot, which is okay at Swift, because it's part of their company policy. You're in a customer parking lot, and it's a big area. You know, when I first come to Swift, I kind of was a little upset that they said no U-turns. I've done U-turns all my life, 20 years of driving a truck. I've done U-turns. And I watched the video that they have out. And I never really realized it takes 60 seconds at least to do a U-turn. From the time you start your U-turn, and your trailer gets completely in your lane, not blocking other traffic. And I started thinking about that. You know, as much as I would hate to say it, but you know, you get a young kid driving, texting, they're not gonna see you doing that U-turn. They're gonna hit your truck and probably kill themselves or really injure themselves really badly. You know, someone has a baby in the car and they drop their bottle and they're reaching over to grab the bottle, which they shouldn't be doing, mind you. But just because we shouldn't do things doesn't mean we don't, and we all know this. So I completely understand, and honestly now wholeheartedly agree with Swift's policy of no U-turns unless on customer property or in a parking lot, a big parking lot. And it really makes a lot of sense. They said, being that I drove for so long, I never really thought about it though. Honestly, I just did them. I've been driving for so long. Oh, there's my spot. Let me go ahead and do a U-turn and go back to it. We're clear. There's no cars coming right now. And I never really thought about it until I watched that video. Swift does at Swift University. We have a lot of great videos and learning videos for the drivers. So we gotta stop here and wait for this truck. And let's see, hopefully the 4 holes is enough, because any fuel we put in is not gonna add weight to our trailer. It's gonna add to our drives, fuel wise. So we're fine on that aspect, as long as we're at 31, I think, so that should put us at like 33 on our drives. I'm gonna guess we're gonna be about 33.1 on our drives, which gives us room to put in 100 gallons. I'm also gonna be working on a video here in the next couple weeks to help everyone decide or figure out how much fuel you can put on based on how much your axles weigh. You know, I mean, to me, I think that's something everyone should know. And I even do a refresher quite often. I'll go back through and look up how much liquid weighs per pound, how much my truck will hold fuel wise. So let's see what the difference is here. So our steers were on. So we're 10.8. So our steers didn't change. So now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put on our drives. So now our drives, 30,000. Now let's cross our fingers. We slid enough so we don't have to slide anymore. Oh, we're getting really close. We gotta start turning. stop here. And what are we gonna be at? Let's let it sit. Wow. 34,000. So 4 holes only moved 1,100 pounds. So that's about 300 a hole. So we're gonna have to slide it back at least 4 more holes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull up here and we're gonna do it up here. We're not even gonna reweigh, because we know that we'll lose 1,100 pounds by going up 4 holes. So oh, whoops. You want me to pull all the way up first? Let's go ahead and do this. And no, I don't want to do these stand stage to drive yet. That's one aggravation I have with this thing. It just, there's no logic to when that thing starts you driving. For no reason it just started me driving there.